goodness, he's really getting on my nerves. Hello guys and welcome back to Not My Bag. I'm George.
I'm Joe.
And we have the winner of Sidemen's InSide. It's Manrika!
Woo! Yeah!
Big up! Bah!
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Come on, girl power.
I know.
What is fucking going on?
Jesus Christ.
What a week, eh?
What a week.
You're a bit hungover today.
I am a bit hungover today, I'm not going to lie to you. We celebrated a bit too much yesterday.
You deserve it. You're 75 grand up.
I know. Well, at least I didn't have to pay $4 for Prosecco last night. Do you know what I mean?
Well,
got it for free.
Speaking of, I got your little present to say well done. It is.
Thank you so much.
There you go.
That's so cute.
That's all right.
Looking at this literally makes me feel shit because I'm literally shaking right now.
I feel really bad actually. But
no, it'll definitely go. Me and Chloe will probably drink that at some point.
I was going to say a little gift for you both, our winners.
Oh, thank you.
I'm so happy for you guys. Genuinely, I'm so glad you did it as well. Especially given all the trolling and all the little.
I mean, yeah,
after.
Let's take it way back, right? Let's start from the beginning. I want to know actually, I want to dig deep. How. Not like into your life, I mean. Like,
well, you can if you want. I'm quite an open book. Look.
How did you like get approached for the show? I'm finding this really interesting because obviously we know the industry and whatever, and I had a lot of people like, oh, I've been shortlisted, blah, blah, blah. And then obviously like the cast come out and I was like, that is 10 people I did not think that was going in.
Yeah, I mean, I've actually vlogged the whole casting process. I'm due to post it. Yeah, so I've vlogged that from my first call right to the end. But they approached my management and asked if there was anyone that they thought might be a right fit for the show.
Okay.
So our management put forward quite a few people. And then obviously like I then had a casting call with the producers, which I actually didn't think went that well. To be honest, I didn't think it. I come off the call and I thought, oh, good experience, but I haven't got it. And then I got a call to say that I'd got the show. I don't think I realised at the time like how big it was until my brother explained to me like how huge it was. He's such a huge fan of
you're the
Sidemen.
same as me though. Like with the Sidemen, if it's not your thing,
I don't have a clue.
You wouldn't know.
I obviously have watched them and I know who they are, but I think my friends, like my close friends and my brother and stuff, like watch them a lot more.
Okay.
So yeah, and like you think, oh, £1 million, and obviously you go into it and you're like, I want to win this, because who doesn't want to win £1 million?
Do you know what I mean?
But then
it's all the things that you don't realise come with it.
But then I got there and I looked in the calibre of people, I thought, not a fucking chance.
Yeah. I would have looked at Specs instantly and gone,
I looked at Specs, I looked at Ginger, I thought, not a chance, so I'm just going to have fun. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't go in with a game plan. I think when I was on the circle, I went in with quite a heavy game plan and it carried me to the final. But I literally just had fun, made good friends, had a good laugh.
Yeah, which is the main thing, isn't it?
That was kind of it.
It was mental. A lot happened in that week, didn't it?
Oh my God.
What was some of your highlights? Off the top of your head?
Honestly, you name it, I went through it. I had rats on my hand. I ate blocks of aloe vera. I was covered in beans.
The aloe vera.
Listen,
can we go back to that
challenges were fucked.
The challenges.
I wear aloe vera body lotion,
Yeah.
And in my head, I don't think that it's something that would taste great.
Yeah.
Listen.
Because you've got the drinks, haven't you, as well? You
Yeah.
It tastes like... it tastes like, I wouldn't know what bleach tastes like, but I'm assuming it's similar.
Shut up, like
it's
drinking
so
bleach.
Medicinal.
Is it?
And also like the consistency of it, right? So you swallow it and it just slides back up your throat.
You were like a pelican though. You were fucking in there, swallowing it back.
Well, what can I say? Maybe I'm the one that gets my esophagus bruised.
Well, let's just touch on that because I feel like you've got some things you want to say as well to a lot of the haters about the whole Joe Weller situation.
Right, okay. Me and Joe actually got on really well, right? We all got on really well. And from the get-go, banter between everybody was brutal. From day one, it was brutal. So that was kind of the momentum we were in. I would never actually say this about somebody's girlfriend. I must have asked Joe earlier that day, oh, how long have you been with your girlfriend? He was like, oh, no, we're not together. We've just been speaking for a couple of weeks.
Okay.
Right.
So they weren't actually together, as far as I know. That doesn't obviously justify what I said, but I'm not digging at anyone's girlfriend.
Yeah.
The thing is, with my mouth, the words come out before it processes in my brain what I say.
Yeah.
And I think if I'd said that to anybody else, like maybe Specs or Ginge, they would have just thrown something brutal back at me.
Yeah.
And that's what I expected Joe to do.
Yeah,
From knowing that he's like, you know, such a joker on YouTube and he does all these challenges and he's quite like that himself, I just kind of accept that back, but I do understand where he was coming from when he was like, we aren't close enough to do that. But I think because I was in the momentum with doing it with like Specs and Ginge, I assumed it was okay, which it wasn't. But when we had a chat to clear it up, I understood where he was coming from. He understood where I was coming from, and we kind of squashed it. There was a lot that you didn't see on camera. That half-assed apology that you all saw wasn't the actual apology.
Okay, fine.
Like, we had a really nice long chat on the sofas that night. We all really opened up to each other, and it was really, really nice.
Yeah.
And then in the gym the next morning, I went and apologised again.
Okay.
And I gave him a hug because I felt so bad once I'd slept on it.
Yeah.
But
obviously
then
they didn't show that.
It's hard, isn't it? Because it's like, is it that deep? Because
also, I'm a bit like that as well, when I, George, in terms of like, I will say things sometimes, right? You know, when you want to like pop out a one-liner, and sometimes they don't land, right? And they don't. And that's part and parcel of being gobby, is that sometimes it won't land. And that was one of them where I watched it and I was like, I would have said the same.
But also,
it's
it's one of them things. The producer saw it. Let's clip that. Let's do that. It's a good clip. It goes crazy. Then, do you know what I mean? It's just the way it works. It's honestly just.
It was quite funny though.
No, but it's just the way it works, isn't it? Like,
you're going to have 14-year-olds in your DM now telling you to bite the curb.
No, I know.
Yeah, we spoke about that off camera. The hate and stuff you've been getting is nuts.
Unbelievable.
Did it start from that ep with the Joe Weller stuff?
No, it started before that.
Right, okay.
Do you know what?
No, as soon as you were announced, I saw the comments. And people were like, who's this? Who's that? Like,
I was never going to be liked, right, because of my accent. Like, it's an unlikable accent. It is for everyone. But what do you want me to do?
whereabouts are you from?
Warsaw. From the Black Country.
Where, sorry?
I'm from Warsaw. It's called the Black
That was
Country.
in Poland.
Warsaw.
Ow.
Warsaw.
Right, okay, fine.
Who did I have this conversation with last night? I had the same conversation with someone last night. I can't remember.
Must be easily confused.
But no, I was never going to be liked for my accent or the way that I look or whatever. And I'm not bothered. Because I'm not going on the show for that. Do you know what I mean?
You're quite ballsy anyway in your character.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine it like affecting you that much in terms of like, let's just fucking go and do it.
Do you know one thing that I do that people think is quite psycho, just to become numb to stuff like this? I read my comments.
Do you?
I'll read them. Yeah. So I know what to expect. And also, like, honestly, like, I've been through the most hurt that anyone could ever go through in terms of, like, in my life. There's nothing you can say to me that'll ever hurt me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I think it's good to be quite that actually like numb to it, as in like, but also you seem quite thick-skinned, like you're just not going to let it affect you day by day.
I think when you're in this field of work, you have to be thick-skinned.
Yeah.
You won't get anywhere if you're not.
Which is nuts that, like, to me, going back to what you said about Joe Weller, that he didn't just brush it off. Because, like, surely he'll get so many comments of people saying shit, and, like, that comment you said got to, do you know, like, that's just my opinion. Like, obviously, I get what you're saying about, like, it wasn't right, but then also I'm like,
thing is as well, like,
he's been in this industry for so long.
But it's a heightened,
10 years.
It's all heightened in there, I guess, where you're just like in a pressure cooker environment that I guess if he was struggling or missing someone, whatever, that might have been the one thing.
But it was day 2. Like, you're in there for a fucking week. Do you know what I mean? Like, how much, like, I'm not being funny, like, how much can you miss someone? Like, they said to me, they were like, we're going to put your mum on FaceTime in the temptation room. I was like, don't do that. I'll literally see her in a couple of days. I'll probably be gone tomorrow.
Yeah. No, do you know what? It was a week, wasn't it?
It's a week. Like, it's not that. It's a week.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like if you can't survive a week.
If you can't survive a week.
It obviously feels long, but that's like when I was in locked in, it was 2 weeks. So after a week, you're like, fuck me, that is long. And then you got another. But I guess for you guys, it's a week's like, it's doable, isn't it? Also, it was actually a sick concept because, like, even though, you were going through the prize pot, you can have whatever you want.
Yeah, literally.
You could fucking have, like,
honestly,
a beach ball and then as many cans of Coke as you want and cereal and, like,
we would go to room 19, like me and Chloe would, and be like, can you add this to the menu and we'll buy it later?
Oh my God, the funniest thing is when Nife was like, she said, like, don't spend too much, and everyone ran into the room and basically bought the whole menu.
No, we did. We ordered the whole menu.
That was so funny.
We ordered the whole menu. That night as well, it was quite funny because we were like, can we just have some music? And they're like, right, we'll give you 5 songs, but they didn't show it.
I was going to ask this.
We got that in locked in, though.
Give you music.
And they just don't show it.
They can't, though, can they? Because it's YouTube.
Yeah, like copyright.
But, like, we must have like had, I can't even remember the songs that we had because we were smashed every night.
So good,
we
though.
were
That's so
smashed
fun.
every night.
No wonder that fucking prize pot, even I was watching it being like, how did it go down this much?
Is this true that apparently the Sidemen had to give 150 grand of their own money back in the prize pot? That's why they said it was locked, because there was no money left.
So
That's basically or like there was like 10 grand or 20 grand. They thought this can't be the prize pot, so they had to put in.
I think there was about 80 grand left,
and they put in a bit on top.
They put in a bit on top to, like, you know, when we did that challenge where we were where it was like movie night or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
And we could earn $5,000 per answer we got right.
Yeah.
So it went up to like 150 grand or something like that.
And then you bought the whole menu.
But then we went to the shop and spent that as well.
Yeah.
No, it was 175 grand, so we spent 25 grand that night.
Right, yeah.
But
That's wild.
It's what it is.
people are like, you would never do that with your own money. You're right, but it's not my money, is it?
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
Funny.
It's the Sidemen's money.
I'm very interested to know, George mentioned this before we started rolling, because obviously he's done Locked In terms of how it's filmed. Because I think you said, didn't you, there's a lot of like fake walls.
Everything,
and things like that.
it looked like everything was a fake wall.
What was it
Room
like
19
with
looked
you?
like a fake.
Oh yeah,
fake
it
room.
literally looked nothing. Yeah, it was. It was just like
Could you see the top of the set like that?
I could see the top of the set everywhere.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Because the place it's filmed is actually an old bottle factory, apparently.
Right.
Okay.
So
It looked like a warehouse, yeah.
Yeah, it was like a warehouse. So there was a lot of the warehouse that wasn't used. The building was absolutely
Okay.
huge. Like the gallery is massive.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I've never seen anything like, and there was so many people that worked on production. Like I didn't realise how many people actually worked on the show until I saw the photo that came out of
At
all
the
of
end,
us.
yeah.
I was literally like, and we all got in that photo. I was like, oh my God, there's actually so many people here.
That's crazy.
But all the cameras were on 24/7, weren't they?
Yeah, 24/7.
Yeah.
And nothing was scripted. Like the only thing they would like be like, girls, can you go to the bedroom and debrief about this? Or lads, can you chat
Fine.
here? Just we weren't all together and talking over
All
each
the
other all the
time,
time.
yeah.
One thing I was going to ask is, oh my God, I know there was a lot that was put on the Side Plus thing that we didn't see. Have you watched it back?
I've not watched any Side Plus stuff.
I've
Have you
only
watched
seen
the
clips.
episodes back?
I've watched all the episodes, yeah.
So what are good bits that we might have missed by not, you know?
Can you just think
that,
of any?
that wasn't aired that you think is funny?
Oh, me and Chloe got absolutely smashed, right?
Shock.
Yeah, shock.
What, bruv?
Yeah, you what, bro? And everyone was asleep, and Chloe walks in the bedroom and starts playing the guitar, and I've got the flippers on, and we're just waking everyone up by dancing. That was hilarious. There's so much that happened in that show that I can't even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So much happened every day. Specs is probably the funniest
That
person
man.
I have ever met in my
I
life.
want to get him on this podcast so bad.
You need
he
to.
is so funny.
I think I would just spend the whole time crying with laughter.
he
Honestly.
is so funny.
He's so funny without realising he's funny.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like that
Yeah.
man, like when he says lying is free, like the funniest thing ever. I nearly started crying when I seen him upset.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. And then he tells me that his parents have come back from the dead. I'm like,
Do you know the other bit that killed me, that had me and Kane in tears? It's when he was like, they were like, tell us what happened, and he went,
Yeah.
he went,
Or he's just like, every time someone speaks, he's like, check your mirrors.
Yeah,
Like,
check
he's
your mirrors.
43. Like,
know.
what?
we were in silent library and he kept being like, because we couldn't speak, could we?
I think in one of my top
so funny.
moments of the entire show is actually you, because I found it so funny.
Oh, I
and
know what you're gonna
I
say.
fell to the floor crying. You know when you went to like talk in the dressing room thing and you were like, I'm going to take off down my ponytail or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you went in and then Chloe was like, you haven't taken it down. You just went... the way you just went...
Yeah, I can do it again now, but I can't be asked. But
It was so funny. And then they just did loads of shots panning in that room and it was always just your ponytail.
Yeah. No, it was
so good.
so funny because I must have gone to room 19 and they said, Manrika, we've updated the shop menu. So I must have gone to the shop and I seen that there was liquor on there. This is the first time that liquor's been on the menu.
But they didn't tell you what it was? It was just liquor?
No, it says Prosecco.
Oh, right.
Oh.
So
That's liquor.
I go upstairs and sit back next to Chloe and I'm thinking, how do I get her out this room, sneak down to the shop without being bait? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we don't need to go to the toilet together. So I was like, oh, I'm going to go and take my ponytail. It's really hard. Will you come and help me? So Chloe, right? So we go downstairs. I'm like, no, let's go shop. So we then order by accident 4 Prosecco's.
Yeah.
But Leah's coming out of room 19 as me and Chloe are coming down the stairs. But we're already going towards the shop and there's nowhere else to go because obviously me and Chloe are going to go to the gym at 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. So the only place that we're going in at that moment is the shop. So Leah follows us and I'm like, fuck it. I'll just order him anyway. Bless her, she didn't say anything, honestly. She's so cute. But then we're backing off. We're down in this Prosecco like it's shots, but obviously it gets gassy. And then she's like, we've come down here. I need to help you take your ponytail out. And I'm like, you don't. No help needed.
What's your opinions with in terms of Leah and getting on with her? Because obviously, like, I didn't know she was, because she's an Australian creator, isn't
Massive
she?
social presence.
But her,
So cute.
yeah. So what was she like to live with in that? place?
Leah is the nicest, sweetest, purest person you will ever meet in your life. She is. And you know what? I've said this to the girls. I said, it's such a shame that she got eliminated when she did, because I feel like it took her a few days to come out of her shell and get really comfortable around everyone.
Yeah.
And then once she did, her banter started flowing, her sassiness started coming out. And it was that night she got eliminated. And I was just like, got to see her leave. And like off camera as well, like obviously everything was on camera, but Leah told me something that really made me bond with her and respect her so much more. Really personal to her, but I just thought, I just love this girl. She's been through so much. And she's just genuinely here to have a nice time. Because when I first met her, I thought she's either playing a really good game plan or she is this really sweet girl.
Yeah.
But you can't keep that up for 4 days.
Yeah.
She's genuinely this sweet girl.
It's definitely obvious who went in there with a game
You
plan.
didn't know anyone who went in there though, did you?
Not really. I
You
mean,
obviously heard of people like Chloe Burrows.
yeah, me and Chloe have followed each other on socials for years. We've just never really been in an environment, because she doesn't go to events and neither do I.
Yeah.
And like, we've never been on a campaign or anything together. So, but I already knew. It was so funny because the night before we all got put in hotels. So there was 2 hotels we got split into. And then we got a list of like 3 options to have for dinner. One was Pizza Express, one was Bagg Mama's, and one was Nando's. So I must have been eating it and scrolling through Snapchat, and I seen Chloe was eating a Nando's in a hotel, and I thought, see you tomorrow. You know what I mean? And then somebody else had sent me a screenshot of someone having a Bagg Mama's. I was like, see you tomorrow. So it's kind of like we figured it out, but I had no idea who was going to be in there other than Chloe. I heard very early off that young Philly was meant to be part of the cast.
It was, yeah.
I heard a few names floated about.
Yeah.
Philly was meant to be.
Yeah, I knew about Ginge really early on.
Yeah, I know about Ginge.
I don't know whether that was just because it was such an obvious choice. Because of Danny doing Locked In, I feel like it was
on the inside.
Well, I think it was obvious when he said that he wasn't going to be streaming for a week because, 7 days, I won't be streaming and I knew the timings when we were going in and stuff.
Fine.
So I thought, right, he's going to be on there. But it was only Chloe and Ginge that I definitely knew were going to be in there. I didn't know who Liv was, because I don't watch Made in Chelsea, but got on with her really well.
She was a really rogue casting, but
so
she was good.
Yeah, she's so good.
good.
The end,
I think she really gave a different energy in there in terms of like, obviously, you and Chloe are very high energy, and she was quite mellow, but I feel like it really worked.
I feel like casting-wise, it was the crazy. Like, I'm not just saying this to get people like Castillo.
I don't know Castillo.
To then, yeah. But what I'm saying is Castillo to then to that Leah girl. Then go back to like people like you and Chloe. Then to like Liv Bentley. Then Joe Weller and Specs.
Great.
It was like it was random, but like worked so well. Like Phantom is massive.
Yeah, he's huge.
Like, huge. Yeah,
he's so lovely as well.
Like, I fell in love with that man.
Oh, honestly, like that. He's just like, he's got such a good heart. The story of how he's got to where he's got to is the most inspiring thing I've ever heard. Like,
I wish they showed a bit more of that.
They literally, we had such nice deep chats that they didn't show or even add on Side Plus. There was one night after the argument that I had with me and Joe Weller had, we all sat around the sofas and we all like proper had like an open up chat. And I feel like if they had shown that we'd had that chat, I don't think the backlash on what I said to Joe would have been anywhere near as bad.
Do you think that you would have got as much hate if that would have been aired?
No, because me and Joe squashed it in 20 minutes.
It's hard though.
But they left it on a cliffhanger.
It's TV, isn't it?
Yeah, people don't want to see that. They want to see you with a snake on your head or whatever.
100%.
Talking about the cast though, who would you say was your like favourite, least favourite?
Actually, can we go through and position them?
Oh God,
least favourite.
But like, you don't. It's not even like, I hate this person because he's last. Like, it's just you didn't speak to him that much.
Yeah,
or whatever.
Yeah,
like.
that is it. Literally, the way that I voted and the way that I voted was based on who I was closest to.
Yeah,
which is fair.
Yeah, but I would say like I'm always going to have the girls at the top, like Chloe and Liv. Like we had such a great bond from the offset.
I'm just trying to get the whole cast up so we don't forget anyone.
Yeah, I probably will. I probably will.
Let me
I literally was like, who else?
To be fair, if you had a celebration last night, you might forget a couple of people.
So we've got Phantom, Castillo, Chloe, Leah, Nife, you, Angry Ginge, Specs, Liv, and Joe Weller.
Okay, so I'll put Chloe at the top just because she's obviously the person I was closest to.
Yeah.
And then I'd probably have to go with Specs straight away.
Yeah.
I'd have to.
Yeah.
I'm only putting Chloe at the top because I'm closest to her. If we're going off funniness. And then I'd probably go Ginge, Liv.
Okay.
Yeah.
Phantom.
Mm-hmm.
Then you've still got Leah, Nife, Joe,
Castillo.
There's one more. Oh, me. Me. And then I would then go Leah.
Mm-hmm.
Surprisingly to some people, I really would.
Yeah.
I would then go... Right, you're going to be shocked at this. I would actually put Castillo next.
Okay.
Because, this is the problem, No matter what he's done, I can't help but like him.
All right.
I can't help
it. Let's get this out of the way and then let's talk about him. He's a big character.
Castillo next, and then
you got Nife and Joe.
Then Nife, then Joe, and obviously only Joe just because we left the earliest.
Yeah,
we had beef
less connection,
and I just didn't gel with him that well. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, fine.
But Castillo, right?
Right. This guy,
he is like, to me, he's not real.
No.
Watching as a viewer on the outside, the breath and all that like doesn't seem real, but that is him, isn't it? Or is it?
Well, because we
to the shop cameras,
I was going to say, because
there was a clip last night, wasn't there, where he was speaking normal or something.
Me and Kane said that at one point he really broke character because he was sat chatting, I think it was quite early on, to like Joe or something.
On the sofa.
He was on the sofa.
Yeah.
And I was like, who is that man?
Yeah.
He was just talking.
Who is that man talking? Like, he honestly, and then
I feel like the brevs are amplified, but the way he is with like the Phantom Light and that, I feel like that is him. Or when he had the Chinese, like he is just funny. Like he's a proper character, isn't he?
So I personally think around us, we barely heard the word bruv.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was for the shop cameras and for Room 19 challenges and stuff like that. Obviously, like, that's his word, do you know what I mean? He's copyrighting
It's not looking good, bro.
Yeah. And it's everywhere. It's all I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Can I get 2 Fanta Lights, please, bro?
Yeah, that's a sound
Honestly,
trending on TikTok right now.
Literally, but honestly, outside of that, like, and this is what they didn't show, I had some of the most nicest and deepest chats that I've ever had with Castillo that they didn't show. Like, and I actually felt like I got on with him really well. And like, you know, when you just have really good conversation with someone, I had a lot of that. So watching it back, it was just a bit like...
So can I ask you then, how did you feel when it was all kicking off, when he said, none of you are my friends?
Yeah.
Did that, because obviously if you've had those chats that we haven't seen, and then when he's getting all irate, he's like, none of you are my mates. Did you feel a bit like, oh?
Yeah, because I mean, the public kind of are like, well, he said from the get-go that he was going to snake everyone, but we didn't know that. Do you know what I mean? We've gone into it blindsided. So I think a lot of us got annoyed because we were kind of like, so is every deep conversation and meaningful conversation you've had with us just a lie?
Yeah.
Is everything you've said to, like, it just come across like, are you just this massive two-faced person?
I think that when you were shown having that convo with him, I think that, like, to us, because we didn't see that, the fans might have seen it as you just being like,
getting my back
I thought
up.
you liked me.
Yeah,
you've just, but if no one's got the context of the deep chats and stuff, you would feel mugged off because you're like, wait, have you really played this game so well that, like, I've opened up to you? And then, do you know what I mean?
He's a very easy person to open up to. Like, I had, as I said, like, some really deep chats about stuff that, like, maybe I shouldn't really have told him. Do you know what I mean?
Right,
or stuff that maybe he didn't really deserve to know.
But when you're in there...
Yeah.
But I don't think he actually doesn't care.
Yeah, I think that's a front.
He sent me a really nice message last night.
Yeah.
So I don't think he actually doesn't care.
Because he acted like he was going to come out and not speak to anyone. So the fact that
he said that, didn't he? He was like, none of these are my mates when I leave. Like, it's all a game. Like,
no.
The only thing, I understand that he felt mugged off with the spam thing. And I do understand if, like, you felt like you, like, couldn't... Basically, I think that he thought that I don't prank you, so why have you done it to me, yada, yada.
Yeah.
I do think that the shower thing was awful. And I think that would have sent me spiraling. Because the fact that he left it on and, like, stepped out and said to Ginger, like, turn it off if you... I was sat there like, I would have kicked off.
Do you know what? That night, it was bad. Everybody had had a drink and stuff. And everything was heightened as well.
Yeah.
But obviously, we were playing a game of, like, most likely to. And... he was like, biggest arse in the house and pointed at me. And the thing is, like, the girls like riled me. It was like, call him out. And I was like, all right. And you know what I mean? But I didn't get anything out of the conversation because he couldn't tell me why he said what he said. So it was like...
he was probably playing as much of a game in that situation as anyone else. Like,
exactly.
Just to try and rile you all up.
No. He never gave me the vibe that he drank.
No.
Yeah.
He does, but he didn't drink in the show.
Okay, fine.
But obviously, like, that whole situation with Chloe and Castillo went on so much longer than what you think, and it was really, really bad. Like, the way that Chloe and the girls were spoken to, it was really, really bad. Like, producers had to come up and, like, intervene. Like, it was...
Yeah, I think...
That's the only thing that happens with alcohol. That's why they said to us in lockdown, they were like, you're not having any.
And we
were like, give us a bit. And they were like, no.
I feel like the reason...
And that's why they do it on Love Island and all that.
Yeah,
they have a 2-drink limit, There was no... Well, to be fair, after we've gone down and ordered like 5, they'll be like, no more.
Yeah.
Especially like with me, if I'm drinking Hennessy on the rocks straight, like obviously I'm going to be plastered.
Yeah.
But we had loads of XIX, like the cans in there.
Yeah. Right, okay.
Do you know what I do think is really good as well, which they did? Not let the public vote at all, because you're in there living with them.
I'd have been gone.
So no, but if like 8 people or 7 people vote for Castillo, there's a reason you live with him. That's what I feel like was wrong in Locked In, was people were like 6 or 7 episodes behind and then voting for people, and they only saw 45 minutes of what happened in the day.
I'm going to put this out there. The voting always confused me when I was voting for you on that.
But do you know what I mean?
I was like, who's the funniest? I was like, does this send him home? Does it not? I'd be sat there on the app like...
But like my point is like taking it back to a show like that, I feel like the Sidemen did do a really good thing there, letting you guys vote. Because as you said, like you're in there with them, you know exactly, you're with them 24/7.
I completely agree with what you're saying in terms of like, if the public already form an opinion of you of not knowing you anyway, you
right at the
stand
start.
no chance. They don't want to even get the chance to get to know you.
I agree.
Because they'll just wipe you off straight away, which I think, is why I'm glad you and Chloe ended up winning.
Yeah, I got the most hate out of the show, but I'm the only contestant out of everyone that didn't get a single elimination vote from a single contestant.
From the start, yeah.
I didn't realise
not a single person voted for me the whole show.
I didn't realise that.
I'm the only one as well. So I can't be that much of a prick.
Do you know what I mean? Like, otherwise, why would you have won?
Exactly. Well, it's not even about, I don't think it, like, at the end of the day, that lights out game was a game of luck. I'm so...
Yeah.
I cannot tell you.
It could have been anyone.
The thing is, at that point, I was like, I'm sound going home, but why am I so nervous? It's just making me feel sick. And the producers said that they did a test run of it prior to it, and they said they did it. They said, and they were competing for nothing, but their hearts were literally going.
It was giving traitors. You've watched traitors?
I haven't, but my best friend Leah is literally like, watch it.
It's very traitors vibe. Like, I was watching it and I was thinking, I love this game. I want to play it with mum and dad and everyone, but I feel like it'd kick off.
Yeah. It's so, it was so intense, and like, you genuinely didn't know, but you know if your light's not turned out, you're safe. And if you've not been picked, I'm so glad I wasn't picked, because I don't know whose light I would have turned out. Yeah. Because I wouldn't want to see anyone go.
I'd rather it is so hard.
I know, man.
But I agree with the fact that he just went silent. He just stood there with demeanour. He was like a rabbit in headlights, and bless him.
It was so much. And then obviously after that lights out challenge, they separated me and Chloe for like an hour.
I saw that, yeah.
And I was like, you know, where was she?
What the fuck's going on?
So funny.
Well, yeah, where did they put you? Where were you held? Because then the Sidemen walked in the house.
Well, I was held upstairs.
Right.
And then I had to go to room, I don't know where, Chloe must have been held in room 19 or in the shop.
Yeah.
And then I went down to room 19, and then they must have come up. And then I must have...
Because they were just in the house, weren't they, walking about?
Yeah. But they were there the whole time, the Sidemen were. There was a trailer outside the whole time, because whenever I go out for a vape, I vape. And what?
That's the next question.
Oh my God,
we need
can you tell us who vapes?
That was one of the biggest questions when you go into these things. They're like, so who vaped, who whatever.
Leah Holton smokes like 20 fags a day. I'm joking. She doesn't smoke. She doesn't smoke.
She's got a pipe.
Literally just me and Chloe vape and lives on the cig. That was it. Straight up.
Fine.
So, but we were a nightmare.
Right,
Yeah.
Did
every 5 minutes.
Boys?
Can I go for a vape? Can I go for a vape? Nah. Can I go for a vape? Well, if there's nothing to do, like, why can't I go? You have to wait 5 minutes. Why do I have to wait 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Let me go now.
Right.
Yeah.
The craving goes in 7 minutes. I want it now. Do you know what I mean? But
who was the messiest in there, by the way? Because it always looked clean. Do you not think the bedroom?
Up for us
I was about to say the bedroom always looked clean.
No. We all clean. We all.
Oh right, okay.
To be fair, I would go around and just like, if someone hadn't made the bed, just quickly do it. Mainly it would be Ginger's bed and Spexy's bed, just quickly in the morning. But we kept it quite tidy. To be fair,
it didn't look dirty.
But we had nothing.
Yeah,
we had nothing.
Very
I was going to
basic.
say it's not much to clean.
When you guys first walked in there, and obviously it's a new show, it's a new concept, I thought this could be hell for you. Like, it looked like prison.
Yeah.
Everything was grey and plain and
sofa.
white. And I just thought, what the fuck are you guys got? But then also, like, some of the nights it looked like you're having a fucking party.
Yeah,
there was beach balls and fucking drink and
we had a great time.
Cereals and sweets.
I am not joking. It's probably the funnest thing I've ever done. It's like, I don't think I'll ever do anything as cool as that.
Yeah.
It was filled with laughter, drama. Like, it's crazy how you can connect with people in such a short period of time. And like,
I said this.
It's so weird, isn't it? Like,
you look in bits.
I cried when Stars left Locked In, and I'd known him for 8 days. And I was literally crying.
Yeah,
it's so weird. It's honestly,
it's so funny.
It's a bit wet, that, but. Oh God, don't cancel me. George Bagg fans.
Manrika biting the curb 4K. No, it's mental, isn't it? It's actually so weird.
Crazy. Like, you grow so close to people. I think because you're in such an intense environment. And I think it's like, you know, when I watch shows like Love Island, I'm like, how can you fall in love in 2 days? But then I fall in love over text. So if I'm living in a house with someone, but it's such an intense environment that you do build connections with people if you're living with them 24/7. And those are the only people that you're around. That is it.
Is there anything you would change or do differently?
Yeah, I wouldn't obviously say that to Joe Weller.
Yeah.
Or maybe would have laughed afterwards. Do you know what I mean? And not like just sat there with a straight face.
Oh my God. You laughed in it once. And it really made me laugh because you have the funniest laugh.
I know.
Like, I can't explain it. You laughed in there and your laugh made me laugh. You've got one of them laughs. You know what I mean?
It's, But yeah, I probably would have maybe either not said that to Joe Weller or not done it with a straight face.
Okay, fine.
But I was shattered, man. It was like 3 a.m. I wanted to go to bed.
The challenge where they made you do the night shift was far.
It was a broad daylight when we finished.
Yeah, you guys were like, we were all tired, ready for bed, and then the fucking siren went and they were like, challenge time. I would have been like, oh, fuck.
Is there anything that you think would like improve the concept of the show?
I do, yeah. I think
hit me.
I don't think the concept of the show, but I feel like we were the guinea pigs this time. I feel like a lot of things didn't make sense to a lot of people because so much context was missed out.
Okay.
For example, like a lot of people were like, why is Phantom voted for Joe? But Joe literally like burst Phantom's beach ball, threw it down the stairs and barged past him. And that's why Phantom voted for Joe. And they missed that clip out.
Yeah. It's like,
I think it was a joke that he did it, but it was like still like a bit.
Yeah.
A bit of Phantom was a bit like, why have you done that? I think
it's like there was just so much going on. Like obviously they had to get like a whole other episode for Side Plus.
Yeah.
A whole episode for the actual like more Sidemen channel. Then it's like extra bits. Then it's like whatever. There is just so much going on, isn't there?
Yeah, there is so much. And I feel like they basically said they had so much footage, it was so hard to get everything in because so much happened. Like, and obviously no one wants to sit there and watch 2-hour episodes every well. Probably
They did.
You know, like,
the viewing figures are like 6 million an episode.
I cannot believe
insane.
how many people viewed that.
It's more than Love Island at the minute. It's absolutely insane.
There's a couple of things that I thought would have been fun in there, right? I think that maybe like everything could have been more like white, like more sterile.
That would have
to make you go a bit more loopy. Like if you were like, obviously I love the fact you're all in the tracksuits and stuff like that. I think that maybe if it was a bit more sterile, and like even the room, like the room 19, I feel like you would start to go a bit more crazy. But I guess, can you do that? Can you make people feel?
I mean, they already look a bit like a prison.
Sidemen can do whatever the fuck they want. Do you not watch the show? Jesus Christ.
I know, it was like, also another thing I would have loved is like if more people had like roles in the house. I don't know how to describe it. You know, like a camp leader, like Big Brother, you got like the person that washes dishes, whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like that to have earned money if people had jobs, because then I feel like I love it when people argue more. So I was like, do you know what I mean?
There was so many arguments.
They kind of had that with like an MVP though, and then they had the token. They kind of had that. Yeah, but the token only got you like an assist or something like that.
I didn't win a single challenge.
Yeah.
There's
I'm not gonna lie though, them challenges were fucking hard.
Won privileges. For example, like the temptation room was good, but like if you actually won, you could maybe like go into a room and so Ginge could have streamed, but like you watch him doing it on the TV.
I wish Ginge had done that stream.
I know.
Me and Chloe said to him off camera, just go and do it. Like,
it's so weird though, because he didn't do that, but then he was like buying cereal and Cokes for $6,000, all that. I'm like, you might as well just fucking do it.
The reason that he didn't is because that day we promised Nephi and Leah that we wouldn't spend anything.
I remember that, yeah.
So like, I think the most I got was like, I don't know, a cup of tea or whatever.
For like $2,000 or something.
Since you obviously said you bonded a bit more with Leah, do you wish that she would have taken that call with her boyfriend in the room, or are you like, no?
No, I'm sorry. I know it's your anniversary, but like, it's 7 days.
The weirdest thing is...
He didn't fly over from Australia to come over. He was already in the UK with her. They'd been there for a month. Like, the reason that Leah got on the show is because she knows Tobes. She knows Toby. Toby goes to Australia. So I think they got on really, really well.
Right.
And to be honest with you, I think it was a good move to put her in the show. She's a different character to everyone else.
I mean, you got someone from New York, Phantom. You've got someone from Australia. Like, it's bringing like a worldwide
I really, really like the fact they brought in people from other places.
I thought I was just going to go in there and literally see like all the faces that I constantly see on YouTube and like whatever. I was just really happy that I didn't know anyone in there, because it's like you get to know people.
Also, it's jokes how they've got people like Specs, who is 43, but he's hilarious. Like, it's such a difference.
It was giving like Big Brother cast, isn't it? Where there's everyone
an older person.
Yeah. Ages. I think that's better than.
I think they honestly, like, I genuinely think they put on such a good show. They really, really did. They put on a really good show, and the production were amazing. The producers, were amazing. Like everybody was so nice. Like when I've worked on like other stuff before, like everyone's just a bit arsey. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
But honestly, I don't have a bad word.
Really, they wanted to. Obviously, it's the first one, isn't it? So there's so much love and passion going into it. Because obviously, everyone wants it to pay off as much as you guys do as well.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I had a really great time. I cannot.
What are you spending the prize money on?
Prosecco. I'm joking. My whole thing. We all went around and talked about what we wanted to do. I want to buy my mum a house. So that's going to go towards that. So
Lovely.
I'm going to start the process of that in a couple of months because I've already been saving.
Right.
I was about 100k off. So.
Oh, amazing.
Anybody want to throw me a 25 grand brand deal or?
That's so
nice.
But yeah, I'm going to buy my mum a house. She's been like, my mum's been through so much. Like we lost dad last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really unexpectedly. And it's just been it was really tough year for us. Like because we were all so close to my dad. And she pieced us back together. Like she pieced me and my brother back together. But like who pieced her back together?
Yeah.
So like, and I feel like she's 54 and she's never really lived. So she's going to experience really nice things this year. I'm going to take her on holidays and like just really just help her live.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then I'm going to buy her a house.
Yeah.
And then I feel like, so weird to say, but like, I don't know. I don't feel like I can live my life knowing my mum's still renting a property.
Yeah.
I can't like, if I know my mum's in a house and everything's sorted, she's financially, doesn't have to worry about anything. I can then go and live my life and do what I want. There's so much that I want to do, but I can't do it until I've sorted that out.
Yeah.
I can't go and travel the world or do what I want to do or, you know, buy all this stuff.
I get you 100%.
I sit and think, I could put that towards this. And I've been in that mentality for quite a while. Like, people that know me personally know like, my family are everything to me.
Yeah.
Like, my mum and my brother and my dad, everything to me. You know what I mean? Which was like, the only trolling comments that got to me was when people were like, there's a post quite far down my Instagram when my dad died that I posted that he died. People just commenting loads of laughing faces.
Yeah, that's fucking
and I just
crazy.
thought,
That's also where I think the Sidemen should step in and post something like this. Shouldn't be tolerated.
I agree with you. Like, no one should get that level of hate that you've just spoken about. Like, it's a show.
Yeah.
Like, as
It's
you
a
know,
show.
it's not
It's
life
not
or death.
that deep.
It's not fucking open heart surgery. It's an entertainment show. You shouldn't really be. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, the
being
thing
that
is,
hateful.
I feel like because I was like, I didn't post as much this week because I just couldn't be asked. By the way, thank you to all the hate because I've never made so much in the creative fund in 7 days. Load up, love. Treat myself this month on you lot. But no, I think hate is hate. Like, I don't get offended by it, if I'm going to be honest. I literally don't. I think the first day it's not nice to read, but after that it's just like, all right, carry
Also,
on.
just quickly chime in. Look, any publicity is good publicity, especially for a show.
I mean, at
that's
least you're being spoken about.
It's getting
too.
6 million
Do you
views.
know what I mean?
And also, one more kick in the teeth to the people who are out there and are hating. You've just gone and won fucking 75 grand.
Also,
Do you
to
know what
add
I mean?
on to
So
that,
it's like,
you're doing such an incredible thing
With
with
the
that
money as well, yeah.
You're not being a heartless, selfish person.
I'm
Unlike
not.
all you, I'm going to buy a car and I'm going on holiday. Like, so like, you just keep moving the way you're moving.
Like,
You know
literally,
what
like,
I mean?
It will rile more people up, you know that.
I know.
It will rile, but it is what it is.
It's more
what
of
it
a
is.
reflection on everyone else as opposed to you. You're just like living and doing your thing. And
Yeah.
do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
like honestly, like everything I've ever done is for my family. Like people that followed me for a long time will know that I'm just a very like I don't know. I just care about. They're just my people. Man. I care about them
of
so
course.
much. And like my brother's my best mate. We were sat up till 3 o'clock this morning just talking, which was really nice. But yeah, I'm not spending the money on, I don't know, blowing it. I'm going to Greece next week, guys, by the way.
We'll let you off.
You
We'll
deserve,
let you
you
off.
deserve it.
I booked that.
I'm sorry, you
I bought
deserve
that a
it.
while ago. But yeah, I just think it is what it is. Hate is hate.
Exactly. Fuck the haters.
Fuck the haters. I'm not bothered.
What is like next for you after this? I feel like you've obviously like done TV. You've then gone on to this will probably be the biggest show to come out of
This
I
year?
think, yeah, or like just going forward. They obviously JJ said about, do you guys want another series? They're obviously going to do it. It's like done so well. What's kind of next? Like, you love dabbling into a series, don't you?
Yeah. I don't have a clue. I literally don't know. I just go with the flow. I do. Like, I'm one of those people that if an opportunity presents itself and it's something that I think is going to be good for me and it's something I really enjoy, I'll just take it.
Send it, yeah.
Like last year, I didn't really work too much because I was just depressed and like grieving and whatever. So I'm only just getting back into the swing of actually being back on social media again, really, probably this year.
Yeah.
So
I was going to say, like, it's a big thing given what happened to you last year, this is such a big thing to kind of bring you back into this space. So I think I completely agree with you. Like, take it as it comes. I think you're made for TV though. Like, or just like concepts like this.
Yeah.
But, you know what I mean? Like, your personality is made for it. Whether people like it or not, I just think you're incredible TV.
Well, thanks. I appreciate it.
And it's kind of shown really, because I know you said it was an element of luck. Towards the end with the challenge and the light challenge or whatever, but then also, as you said, not one person voted for you whilst you're in there.
I know.
So
the people's princess.
Yes, but
we're with Princess Diana, the people's princess.
Yeah, the guys who you were living with obviously wanted you in there and stuff like that. But I think overall the show was of honestly like a massive success, and it was really good to watch.
And to be original cast as well.
I honestly thought that the first ep when I saw it and I saved it to watch later, and I thought, fuck me, this is like 2 hours. I thought, I'm not going to watch this. My mate Taylor came around, we sat there and we were just belly laughing. Everyone was so funny. Like, everyone was such good TV like to watch. It was honestly such a good series.
I think also to bring in different audiences, like, look, as a gay man, I've never once been like, oh my God, I'm going to sit there and watch Sidemen. Like, it's not my thing.
But he was especially going, Specs is hilarious.
But I'm like,
Joe and Specs are on two different
levels.
Different worlds.
Honestly, that is not my For You page, like one bit.
Yeah.
And I was hooked on the whole series. So I think I hope that with more series of this as well, you've like opened up doors for even more creators to come in, and do you know what I mean?
All different seasons all over,
because it was so nice that like you don't have a massive like YouTube presence.
Yeah,
but
I don't have YouTube,
but they still got you in. Do you know what I mean? And I think that more of that, 100%. And I'm glad you did it.
I think they cast it really well. I think they did an amazing job. Like, the Sidemen put so much effort into it. Like, absolute hats off to all of them for what they've done. Like, I literally said to JJ on the last day I went to with them, I was like, I cannot tell you how much of an incredible job you've done and how well this is going to do.
Yeah.
I reckon if JJ had his way, he'd do like 4 series of this a year.
I know.
Literally.
I bet.
But
I think it's going to go. It's only going to get bigger with them.
100%.
I think eventually it'll end up on like a mainstream TV channel.
Yeah.
Like, I think they will eventually get it onto like...
Go into like an ITV2.
If they want to put it on Netflix, you're going to have pay me at least £500,000.
Yeah.
They'll either
Did you write that in the contract?
I think they'll either do that, or I think they'll actually come up with their own channel that's purely reality format. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, let's stop giving them ideas about...
Yes, I know.
But thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Really, really appreciate it. And it's been so nice. And so nice hearing all the tea and the goss.
Yeah, it's been good actually, because we've known you for quite a while, haven't we? But obviously a lot has happened and whatever. And
I feel like I know you really well now.
Can I just touch on something really quickly?
Yes.
You know how we did that Sports Direct thing a couple of years ago?
2 years ago, yeah.
You know Nephi was there?
Shit.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I remember.
That's so weird.
It was so fresh for us.
What a weird invisible
The 360 thing,
Yeah.
Oh my God. Don't bring that back to my memory. Please.
Yeah, oh God, hell that was.
I don't want that back.
Honestly, please no.
But yeah, look, we wish you all the best with everything.
Thank you so much.
Enjoy Greece.
Enjoy Greece.
I'm going to enjoy Greece.
And hopefully we'll see you again very soon.
Maybe on another TV show or channel or concept or whatever, yeah?
Probably.
Guys, if you have enjoyed today's episode, please rate us 5-star on Spot. 5 stars on Spotify.
And like, comment, subscribe on YouTube. But no hate, ideally. None of that. Thank you.
But yeah, that is us for this week. Thank you so much. Once again, another round of applause for our winner of InSide. Thank you so much, guys. We will see you next week. Bye-bye.